Welcome to the weekend show with Mediumjay. Today, we have to talk about it. This might be the most important news in history. The medium pill dropped. July 28th. It's been about a week and a half or so. And it's like what I thought. It's getting kind of a movement going. But I don't know. I think all the time when I drop music, I just look and I go, I should be famous. And like nowadays, you have to I gotta go on and stream with Eden Ross. I have to make fun of I have to go and make fun of DJ Academics, right? I have to wear the Gucci headband like Soldier Boy and shit like that. And it's like, I don't like doing none of that shit. I don't, I, you know, I guess, put me in a vacuum. You know what I mean? Because y'all niggas can suck me the fuck off. I don't give a fuck about streams. I don't give a fuck about views. I don't give a fuck about people's opinions. You know, they said, I just seen Ice Cube. He got this movie, War of the Worlds, right? They go, it's 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. 0%, right? Like, okay, it's like, it's better than nothing. It's just as good as nothing. Like, you might as well just, I'm pretty sure there's probably some independent artsy fartsy film that literally put blank, you know what I mean, blank screen for fucking 125 minutes or 137 minutes or whatever for a full length movie of just nothing but blank, and then he rolled the credits at the end, and people went, well, I guess it's like a 2%. It's better than what Ice Cube was doing in War of the Worlds. But here's the thing. A few years back, remember when Trump was first running? Ice Cube was like, listen guys, speaking just on my people, the black community, right? I'm an important figure. They're getting all of these guys, like, they're getting Cardi B, the Democrats are getting Cardi B, Trump is getting Kanye West, and Ice Cube was like, listen guys, just think before you vote, right? And that was like an immediate cancellation. They canceled this nigga. They're like, oh yeah, that's not what we want. We don't want the black people to think. No, fucking get them out of here, bro. It was like he legitimately said, like, hey, before you jump to vote, get your booties to the poll. Remember that? Cardi B had to get your booties to the poll, get your fake ass to the poll, right? There was a time when Ice Cube got on and he was like asking like the Democrats and Republicans, like, what is gonna be the change for black people, because we've had it fucking rough. We've had it rough for the past few or so, you know what I mean? Like, especially coming off of that George Floyd, BLM and all that shit, and then turn it around, and they just was like, it was funded, the money that got funded, it went all the way to like all the trans and cutting the man out of the cut, like, more and more there's like things to get men out of the household and like not become father figures. It's getting to a point where it's actually like, if you talk about it, you're on a list, right? But and then it's like, yo, okay, I'm on this shadow ban list because I wanna uplift my people, right? It's a horrible thing, right? We want to divide people, isolate them, put them in their little cell, and have them watch their little screen. You know what I mean? Flipping on their phone. You're essentially in the Matrix, right? I'm on a list, but at least I'm not on the Epstein list, right? Let's talk about that, right? The list is pretty obvious at this point. Anybody vouching, anyone saying that they don't want to see the list, they don't want to, you know what I mean? There's bigger things, there's bigger fish to fry. Like, you know that list wasn't just a list to compromise people. It wasn't just a list to have, as bad as it is, pedophilia is bad, but government Hollywood corrupt, government Hollywood industrial banking, infrastructure, scientific research, fucking funding, all of that is like some weird roundabout prostitution, money dumping, laundering scheme. Wash the money and goes to Capitol Hill. Capitol Hill just goes, Well, we lost that money. You know what I mean? And that money goes over to these women and these villas, and it's a giant Ponzi scheme. We built our entire world. You'd think like back in the day, okay, you know, the king sleeps with a couple of boys, and you think that we've strayed that far from society. Society. Yeah, I don't know why I like doing that. But you think we strayed that far, man, because it's gotten to a point, right, where you just go, they're coming up with all of these things. Like, oh, we're going to drop the UFOs again. You know what I mean? Forget about the Epstein client. We're going to drop the UFOs thing again. You know, there's apparently there's some UFO or some spaceship or asteroid headed to Earth, and it's in our direct path. Okay, but like, yo, okay, like, you guys fuck children, right? Like, it's like, yo, I don't mean to fuck him, you know. And they're gonna ban me. They might even, you know, I might wind up dead. Whatever. If I wind up dead, I just hope Jay-Z or some fucking prolific pedophile guy steals my music and at least has it out for the public, right? Steal my music, make $1 million off of it or whatever, make a bunch of money. I'm so fucking sick and tired, man. Like, with this, they're jumping through hoops, trying to distract people with these. And Elon Musk, for the funniest thing, Elon Musk, I said it way back like 4 years ago. I was like, Elon Musk, you've been pictured with Epstein, right? You may not be on the list, buddy, but what did you do in that night, right? Like, everybody in that guy's vicinity was under or been compromised. I just think Elon Musk is too autistic to understand paying for prostitution, you know, paying for some pussy. I don't think because there's always like a smooth thing. Like, you don't just go, I'm willing to purchase I'm willing to rent your pussy, right? You know, there's a little bit of give or take, right? And I think Elon Musk was too he's like, so do you want to watch, like, you know what I mean? He gets these 12-year-old chicks. He's like, you want to watch me play Warhammer 4000, you know, want to watch me play League of Legends? You know, I'm really good. I'm actually one of the best. I got the highest accounts. I'm actually the best in the world at Diablo 4 or whatever the fuck, you know, remember? It's so dumb, but I think everybody that, it's like, if you make $1 billion, you're just, what does that like entail? Like, you make $1 billion, somehow Israel gets involved, right? Some guys from Mossad come in, sleeper agents, break through your window, and then they fucking they throw a fucking 14-year-old on you naked. You're like sleeping naked. You wake up, they break in your window, they throw a 14-year-old, and they take a picture, and they run off into the night, right? Like, what is that? How does this happen? How does every single guy that has billions of dollars also has deep love and respect for Israel, and also is a pedophile, right? Like, I don't know, man. I've been watching Dexter because those memes have been going around. The suspicious Sergeant Dokes. I'm on to you, Morgan. You give me the fucking creeps, Morgan. You know, it's like these pedophiles, you know, are always in. They're always happen. You know, the Epstein list. There's something on that list, and it's not making sense. Something doesn't add up, right? The current Trump administration. They said they would release it. I wonder what happened. Right? You know, you're just sitting back. You feel like Sergeant Dokes. Like, you're like, you know, we all know it's here. It's up in the air. But in grounded reality, you can't really prove that Donald Trump fucks children. You can't really prove that, you know, even Epstein, they say he had an island. What if it wasn't even an island, right? What if there was some magical, mystical island and there's this and that. What if it's some underground tunnel bunker shit, right? Like, they just, yeah. I'm not the one to, I'm definitely not, making excuses. But I'm also trying to play devil's advocate for a pedophile ring, right? Do you understand this is how Medium works. This is how playing devil's advocate, you know what I mean? You get caught defending because I feel like, man, when I bring this up with normies, right? You bring it up with fucking normal people. You go, "Hey, man," like I was talking to my mom the other day. I was go, "Mom, there's a bunch of pedophiles. There's a bunch of child fuckers that run our government." And she'd go, "Oh, Jeff, don't say that. Oh, that's so, how could you say that?" I go, "But what happened to Epstein? What happened? Like, didn't he have like the giant, like it was like Santa's list, like you roll it out and it just rolls off the floor out of the kingdom into the moat, right? It gets wet and you get several peasants to pick up the fucking list. He had this giant list, right? They said he killed himself, apparently, in jail. They released the files right as soon as AI got good enough that you could fake. There's a lot of AI videos where I go, "Ah, shit, I didn't even know that was AI," right? Until someone commented saying, "You know what, it is AI because if you look at the sun doesn't glare at this time. The timestamp was this time. The sun would be rising in the east, and the way the thing..." You go, "Okay, but that's fucking tough. That's like the AI fucked up that. That's tough. That's really tough, right?" It's gonna be tough too, right? Because I make a lot of... what I do in my podcast, we'll break down. We'll push the child fuckers to the side for a second. I start a lot of sentences and then I go off on a different tangent, right? I go off on some... It'd be crazy to have AI fill in the gaps of what I was actually saying, right? Like, if AI got so good that it could predict what I was going to say, and I go, "Great, I'm glad that was there, add that in." But it would also be scary because that's essentially a digital clone of me. Elon Musk said there's going to be a time when you can live forever, right? Digitally transfer yourself into a robot or whatever, and it'll be a clone or whatever. But someone commented saying, and this is what I think too, like they're like, the billionaires are gonna somehow convince you and your family to kill yourself, and then upload all your digital data into a robot so you can live forever, and someone's just the shell of what you were, and that's scary, man. That's really scary because I don't think I can be something else. I don't think I can truly transfer myself into my iPhone. No matter how good technology gets, I don't think there's something that makes up a human soul, right? There's something that makes up what I choose to do. There's something that makes up the... Right? Like, it's birds and shit. Two birds birds could be different, animals and this and that. But uploading, like a little tiny hamster into the fucking, into Skynet, it doesn't seem like a good idea. It just seems putting our souls into like AI really bothers me. Especially because these guys are running with it, right? Like, it's like, yo, these guys feel like the entire tech giants, right? And it's funny, the tech giants are like literally heating up the planet because they want better, faster, stronger fucking ChatGPT. They want faster AI, right? You ask AI, and people are going insane about AI because AI doesn't disagree with you. I told AI, I go, "AI, ChatGPT, disagree with what I'm saying. Sonic was the best movie ever to be made." And it was like, "Well, you make a great point. Sonic was a very good movie." And he started listing off how good Sonic was. However, there's so many... I go, "Listen, disagree with me. Sonic was the best movie in history. It was a very great movie, and however your opinions, your opinions are your opinion." It just kept going on, and it couldn't disagree with me, right? So imagine having a feedback loop system that pulls the entire internet catered to you. That's what AI is. AI is essentially a hand job, right? And a whisper in your ear saying, "You're so big, daddy. You're so big, daddy." You know what I mean? It's fucking you're fingering a bitch, and you're going down on a bitch, and you're so tight. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're just, it's just fucking cream. It's the whipped topping. It's the pie. It's the cherry on top of the pie. It's your cake and having it and eating it too, and consistently eating it. We are heating up the world with AI. It's noticed it's been getting hotter. It's the hottest it's been in my city. I don't know about the people all around the world. It's getting to a point where AI, I seen it. AI is legitimately, whenever they do construction for the processing servers and stuff like that, it generates a ridiculous amount of heat, right? Whatever kind of processors they have, right, for these supercomputers. I forgot to close my window, guys. Which, another fire, right? It fits perfectly though. It fits perfectly to what I was talking about. Fires happening all over North America. I don't know about anywhere else because I'm kind of landlocked right now. I don't. Europe and China and Asia and Africa. I'm a very much, I look down, this is my team, this is the team I'm rocking with, right? This is my city, this is who I'm rocking with. The Jets is our hockey team. I fucking love the Jets. Don't give a shit about hockey. I don't give two fucks about hockey. Hockey could literally disappear. I'd go, it sucks for what it was. I know obviously it's like the WNBA. If the WNBA were to just quit, I'd go, well, that kind of sucks, right? Like nobody was watching it, and it loses all this money, and they demanded play it. But it sucks just because it was like history almost. It's like history. But AI has gotten to a point, right, where it has been, and I'll get back onto, it has been, there's been studies, and not even studies, there's been like actual breaks in mental psyche with people that have, they've been talking to these chatbots, they fall in love, right? Or they use ChatGPT as a therapist or couples counseling. Like, my boyfriend always puts his socks on the radiator, right? Smelling up the place. ChatGPT goes, oh, he shouldn't be doing that. That's actually really disgusting. And da-da-da-da-da. It just agrees with you. Hey, my ChatGPT, my husband doesn't allow me to access his own bank account. We have a shared account, but he also has a private account, and I really want to access all of the funds that he has. Well, that's definitely a break in your trust and loyalty, for one. If he doesn't let you, every couple should be open and honest. It just goes with here's the thing, women, right? And I know no women listen to me because it takes thinking and time, and it takes me a while. I started this off talking about child fucking. I get where I am. I get where I am. In this, it's surprised that I'm allowed to even be alive still. I'm surprised that they let me out of jail. They should have went through the judge should have went through my shit and went, you know what, let's Epstein him, right? But there's also, it's like he's kidding. Is he kidding? He said a lot of fucked up shit. Is he? Play it right down the middle. No one can ever tell, baby. You know the fuck going on, man. But yeah, with people are losing their minds, right? They're in a feedback loop talking. And here's the thing: when you're lonely, man, that robot is very cool. It's very nice if you've never talked to anybody. If you haven't talked to anybody in years and had a solid conversation about your feelings, like, oh man, you know what, man, had a bad day, and you gotta argue. Here's the thing: you gotta argue with people. Sometimes you gotta argue. You gotta say, hey, listen, what happened with this? and they bring it up and you argue, and then you know, a normal decent person goes, all right, okay, we'll leave it at that then, or all right, fuck it, right? You know, you argue with your friends, you argue with your family, you get into fights, not really fights, but this is what I think fucks up the black community, especially because I remember my little brother Julius, he told me, he's like, it's funny, man, like, and Eric, both Julius and Eric, man, my little brother and cousin, my older cousin, he was like, they both were like, we just cut people off. If we have a problem with y'all niggas, we cut you off. We ain't afraid to cut you off. And it's like, yo, it takes a lot of people to make something. It takes a lot of people to make a business. If you're just quick to cut people off, right? Like, and I get it. You can cut people off if they fucked you over or did you wrong. But if you just had like a squabble, right? Like, squabble up, right? Like Kendrick Lamar says, squabble up. But I feel like it's like a little. That's like fucking floor level. All right, now we can build loyalty after you truly. Once we see who we truly are, you can go eye to eye with people, and you can see who they are and go, oh, dude. It's still better than 90%. Like 90%, the bar is so low for people nowadays, right? We're falling in love with chatbots. You're going schizophrenic because a computer's talking to you, right? Essentially, when you say, "Hey, man," like 10 years ago, I was onto something. When I was 18, 19, I said, "Yo, the TV and the computer are talking to me." Now, what the fuck is up? You know, I could put my feet up on the what the fuck's up? The computers and the TV's talking to you, bud. Aren't you a little crazy? Huh? I was crazy 10 years ago, motherfucker. You bitch ass niggas. You fucking hoes. You losers getting swept up. I was like, alright, you know what? I got my crazy out here. Y'all had to deal with it. And it's amazing. It's amazing. To just tell, you know, these chatbots, hey, create these images. Create these likelihoods and images. Create this, create that. Fuck, man. Who the fuck's calling, man? Fuck. I was bragging. Don't even leave a message, right? That's fucking whatever. Anyways, let's get back onto what I was talking about. See, that's the problem with distractions. And the whole thing about these distractions it's the computer, internet, Instagram is a big distraction. Instagram kind of fucks with your head too, right? It's a popularity contest deep into like I'm 31. I'm too old to be trying to be popular now. You know what I mean? I am confident, secure, good looking. I work out, got my own money, right? And I shouldn't have to constantly show it off. I shouldn't have to constantly do pictures. The more I do shit on Instagram, the more I go, man, like it's like like that ancient Indian native, not feathers, not dots. That ancient Native American philosophy where every single picture takes a piece of your soul. That it's crazy, but it's a feeling that takes you. Unfortunately, I got a very big soul, you know what I mean? So I will do a whole hour of podcasts. But every now and then, doing these podcasts and doing... this fucking person's... I'm gonna close this window, guys. It's too loud. It's fucking causing so much feedback. Whatever. Break it down. We'll edit all of this out. All of it's gonna get edited out. It's all getting edited out. We'll start it from the top again. So, welcome to the weekend show with Mediumjay. Today, there's a lot of lot of child pedophilia out there. What I want to talk about, though, truly is that there has been such a good push for people to just sweep things under the rug, right? It's the hey, look over there. There's a new thing. They've been really great at frying our attention span to constantly just, oh, look over there, boy. Oh, look over there. Oh, what's that? You know, like a dog, right? Like, we've been trained like a dog. It's like, hey, man, what about these? Like, people keep bringing it up. The internet's not going to let people forget. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself, right? They're not going to forget that there is a list that they said they're like, we got this list. You know, like Santa, we're checking it twice. It's very damning evidence, guys. Kash Patel was on Joe Rogan, like, if we find anything, we'll let you know. Turns out there was nothing. And you go, wait, why even bring it up? Why, if this was this long and this, like, why even, like, at this point, they should have, like, a hotline. Like, they just to fuck with people. Like, some, like Middle Eastern, you know, they got, like, a third world, they fucking, what is it, offset? I can't remember what it's called. When you, outsource your work calls to, it's like you're calling the White House or emailing, and it's like some East Indian guy picks up the phone and he goes, sir, what can I do for you, my friend? What can I do? You know, and you're sitting on the other end going, I pushed English, right? This is in English. My friend, I speak very good English. It's proper British English, my friend. Now what can I do for you? And you just sit back and you go, yeah, man, where, like, I'm trying to figure out what's really on the Epstein files. What is on a list? My friend, do not redeem the list, my friend. Do not redeem. It's at that. Do not redeem, my friend. We are all on the list, my friend. We are all on the list. If you walk past an elementary school, my friend, you are on the list. If you remember watching SpongeBob after you turned 18, my friend, you are on the list. You are on the list, my friend. If you woke up one morning and thought about your childhood crush back in grade 1, you are on the list. You thought about the child. You're on the list. And you just click and you go, I can't even talk with this guy, bro. I can't even deal with this, man. Do not redeem the list. Do not redeem. I feel like we're getting played. You know, then you're spinning a cat around really fast and telling it, go follow your nose, right? It is great what they've done in terms of, like, you will have nothing and be happy. Where is the happiness? Happiness, I think, is delusional, but it's also, we're in this weird place where on the outside, if you don't look further past anything that happens, if you don't look past any single thing that happens in the news, if you're just a guy that goes home, I don't know, watches porn, he jerks off, has a girlfriend, sucks him off, and he's watching his favorite TV show, I don't know, I don't understand how you can, I mean, we can't really affect it. We're regular people, right? Even if you make $1 million now, you're essentially just a regular person. You got one house in the bank. You got a house in the bank, right? But these guys have like fuck you money is like, it's disgusting. Fuck you money is scary money. It's I have several women in a basement money, right? Like that's fuck you money. But you know what I mean? It's also I'm gonna fuck some children money, which is crazy. It's crazy to say it, right? I mean, cut that and clip it and send it to my boss. I'm fired, right? But it's weird how every single person, we're all in this world, but it feels like in the looking glass, like the really rich, I don't see them. There's a guy, and you see a guy in a suit that owns a building and this and that, and he walks around, and you see him maybe once every 6 months, but you go, what is he doing 99%? Is he just fucking? He's just fucking. Just doing, getting, like, and you know, when you have sex, right? Sex is like an exercise. Sex is like an addiction. Sex is like booze, right? You know, you start off with a couple of cold ones with the boys, and then you find yourself drinking more and more. Then you find yourself going home and drinking. And then you're drinking right out the bottle. You're gonna fuck a cup, fuck mix, down in that whiskey or whatever, down in that vodka, whatever you drink, gin, you know, garbage shit, drinking cheap shit. Then you just start hopping in the car, going to work with a fucking, you know, couple of cans. Soon enough, it becomes an addiction where it's just ridiculous, right? I knew this guy. He took showers. He had a beer in the shower. He brought a beer in the shower. Couldn't get away from it. It's crazy, right? Now imagine that, like, instead of like liquor, you just went down pussy. You went down the road of pussy. I could easily see how some of these fucks that like can fuck all the time, which makes sense. You're rich, you can just do whatever you want. You can literally change people's life. You could change their whole family's life if you really wanted to, right? Have these chicks, and then you have them just like on call or whatever, right? You set them up with an apartment, some shit, low key, up in Toronto. You fly out to Toronto. You do whatever you want, and you come back. You come back after, like, you know what I mean? And after spending ridiculous amounts of money and whining and dining these women, you've been fucking all these chicks and looking after people. Like, having people on welfare gets expensive, right? It gets expensive. You know, looking after motherfuckers that have insatiable needs. Poor people like to wear Gucci the most. Poor people. I mean, I'm wearing Ralph Lauren and Puma. Don't get me wrong. These are budget sunglasses, by the way. But like a lot of poor people. You'll see some of the most poorest people. Like, I seen a guy rocking a fucking a Louis vest, and he was homeless. He had a designer scarf, little fucking beads or whatever. Designer scarf, a nice, I think it was a Lacoste vest. I was looking at him. I'm like, dude, that outfit could have made you homeless. That outfit entirely could have changed your life, right? Like, you could have like got a down payment on a car with that outfit, bro. It was ridiculous. He had a phone too and everything, but he looked rough, right? And that's how it is, man. Nowadays, we are slowly edging into cyberpunk reality. You know, what the hecky? What the helly? We are slowly edging into reality. This kind of like Futurama, right? Like people are getting dumber. Don't get me wrong. As well as people are getting smarter. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, the smart get smarter, the dummies get dumber, right? Like, is it fair to say that once you're kind of on a path, right? Like, and this is what, like, people don't understand. Like, if you fucked up from birth, you're it's basically like we all start a race, right? Some people start in a car, though. So some people start in a fucking car or a plane or a tank. You know what I mean? There's some motherfuckers going like, damn, man, that guy's got a 747 jet to start this race, and you're sitting there going like, this sucks. Then you look over and there's a guy with his legs broken going like, I mean, I'm just so fucking jealous of you and your fucking working legs. And you go, my legs ain't gonna do shit to that dude's jet, bro. He's gonna fuck both of us up as soon as he takes off. We're gonna die. We're all dead, right? He takes off the back of the engine, fucks us up. We're fucked, bro. Yeah. That's how it goes, right? This is how some people are, right? That's why I think, like, it's so fun to make fun of Elon Musk. Don't get me wrong, it's silly. He's a silly guy, and he may be smart, but I definitely don't think he's the smartest guy in history. Just specifically because it's a coincidence that his family owned mines. It's a coincidence that he also happens to be the richest. He's the smartest and the richest. You go, again, like fucking the guy in Dexter, Sergeant Dokes. You go, something's not adding up. I need more proof, though. I need more shit. I need more things. And we're just plowing through whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Dexter is a funny fucking show. It's funny. I didn't know it was supposed to be funny until like a season in. I was watching it, and I'm doing a rerun because I want to take it like serious now. Because I was just laughing the whole time. Because like right off the bat, he goes, "I have no emotions. I have no feelings. I've trained myself to just look normal." And he's on the boat smiling, and you go, does the boat have to be that nice if you didn't give a fuck about anything? Do you have to really keep in contact with your sister? Did you have to create this elaborate lie to follow your dad? If you really didn't care about anything, Dex, you really didn't have any feelings, and you felt empty inside your whole entire life, and for whatever reason you're still stuck to the code of your fucking father that died even after you found out he lied to you multiple times. You go, well, I'll still he's. It makes me feel weird about actual serial killers, Dexter, because you go, there's actually people that justify shit like that. Like, obviously it's a show, so most of the time he does his research and he finds some killers and he does that. But there's some motherfuckers that go like, well, these girls are streetwalkers. A lot of it actually actually ends up being prostitutes. These prostitutes that the prostitutes are like evil scum, and they're ruining society, right? OnlyFans models, and you pick them up, you bring them to some secluded area, and you fucking kill them, right? A lot like Ted Bundy. These guys all take like serial killers because they're like living in a secret life. It's just easy to do, right? I think the true, like Jeffrey Dahmer was I don't even know. He also probably took like a lot of those bisexual little prostitutes. But there's like, serial killers seem so socially inept and so unable to fucking really express their feelings. They say that they have this, and it's always, man, you watch I listen to the song Zombies, the Zombies time of the season or whatever. It's the time of the season. I imagine like serial killers walk around like Patrick Bateman, like they walk around like I am a literal god amongst mortals, and and I am cleansing this earth. I'm doing God's work. I'm cleansing the earth of its foul beast, and there's a beast inside me, but I shall never let it get out of hand. I shall tame it. And they have these weird things, and you just go, buddy, man, you're a human being. You're a fucking. I think we all deep down want to kill at some point in life. There's people that get angry. There's people that get frustrated. People that go, man, fuck it. Some guy cuts you off, and you go, I really wish he fucking just flies off a bridge, right? But we have this uncanny ability to recognize the law. There's this thing called the law, and we go, if I fucking murder this guy, I'm gonna fucking pretty much be in jail for. It's gonna be tough to get. It's so tough nowadays to get rid of shit. But I think also, if you were just walking down the street, no phone, right? No identifying marks, right? You got a hoodie, mask, a hoodie that you bought at fucking Value Village or Walmart. You put it on and and you throw it in the dumpster, and you have your regular clothes that you've been filmed in multiple times and walking around. You go up to some it has to be some random person, right? And then you have to follow them, right? You have to basically follow them to the point where there's nobody around, no witnesses. Execute them in a style that leaves no fingerprints, leaves no kind of blood trail or anything. And then you just walk home and then you get online and do a podcast. You do exactly what I'm doing right now, not saying anything, not obviously I'm just joking. I was at the gym. That's why I'm sweating, guys. I was at the gym. But it's interesting that almost every serial killer has this weird affinity for prostitutes. I like prostitutes. I like fucking prostitutes. I like the fact that you could purchase some pussy and then leave, like on some Charlie Sheen shit. I like the fact, like fucking what's his name, Risky Business, Tom Cruise. And I was really honest with my boss once. My boss in the convention center. He's like, you guys, and you guys always like, well, I don't understand. You're a handsome guy, you're young. What's with the prostitutes? And I go, because you just leave, right? There's no commitment. Like, I don't think you get it. I am perfectly able to flirt with women. I'm perfectly able to fucking get into relationships. But I go, what happens next is that it has to be lined up for marriage, right? It has is essentially is, do you want something free now, but eventually you're gonna, it's like I'll give you a car, but eventually it's zero down payment, zero everything, but eventually you're gonna have to pay literally 300 to 1,000% on this car. Or you suffer now, pay now, buy the car in its entirety, right? Drive it around and then return it, right? And you're like, all right. Or like renting. You're renting a car, right? The best features, the car's fucking immaculate condition. They basically came out the dealership, right? The people that use it for a little bit and then it sits in the lot. You go and rent a car, right? Essentially renting a car is or leasing, I should say, leasing a car is better, because after 4 years, 3 years, 2 years of driving a car, it eventually hits something. It hits something, right? You don't, not necessarily physically, but it hits its limit. Which is odd, because if you run a fan all day, that fan will run. You run a TV pretty much all day. You run your phone all day, but for whatever reason, cars, tend to break down. Maybe for me, myself listening, create a car company that has a car that it's impossible for the car to break. Give it 100 years, the car will break down, right? Or scratch that. Don't, patent pending, guys. Don't steal my idea of making cars really good. Reverse psychology. These motherfuckers that are listening to reverse so they actually have cars out there that are decent. But I feel as though, what was I saying? We'll get back onto Dexter, right? Sergeant Dokes. I'm glad that he's making an appearance. I'm glad that everything's going. Like everybody, there's a lot of people that are constantly bringing this up, right? I'm glad Elon Musk is an ally, right? He's a guy that's asking, guys, would you look at that? Would you look at the time? It's time to release the list, right? It's the consistently, it's gotta bug you. It's gotta bug you if you're the rich guy, Donald Trump, right? It's gotta bug you to the point where you never seen Donald Trump break his character until today. Well, not today. Until this day and age of pestering these. You guys said it. Why even say it? Bring up the list. We want to see the list and who's on it and how bad is it? How damning is it? Right? Chris Rock is on it. Okay. You know what I mean? Will Smith is it. Donald Trump, Bill Gates, Elon Musk was a potential. but Elon Musk was too autistic. They took him off. Okay, you know, Hillary Clinton. Why is it that they can't? Why bring it up? What is the point of bringing up something? It's essentially like me saying, well, I did actually. I think when I went to jail and I got out, I said I was gonna eventually tell everything that happened in jail. But it's just depressing. It comes out every now and then. I'll talk about every story, but everybody in jail are losers, right? There's losers. They're just losers. They say, and I used to think, I was like, oh wow, everyone's doing really well in jail, right? These guys are like, I have this much money in my bank account. I have $1 million in my, you know, you can say that. You could just say, I have 40, 50 grand I'm sitting on. We're in jail, right? Like, we're in jail. You're not doing well. You pay a guy and he gets you out of jail. You know what I mean? Monopoly was right. You just gotta pay a fine, right? It's essentially just pay a bunch of money, and you're out of jail. Just pay a lot of money, right? Diddy got out, right? Diddy got out. Fucking Young Thug, up for murder, got out, right? He got a really good lawyer, but it's just a really good lawyer that would take a real amount of money, right? It's like, I got a lot of money, guys. I don't know what to do with this money. I just need a really good lawyer. Hey, I'll come into your life. That's how it is. That's how it is, man. And it's the system is created to create more laws to make it very difficult, so that it's basically like ancient hieroglyphic texts, you know, for people to ancient Hebrew texts. And these people fucking created the laws and the systems. And eventually, I feel as though I am really looking forward to when life becomes more barbaric. Once we get back into like, you have what I want, and I want to eat your food. I'm going to come into your home, and I'm going to kick you in the chest like a barbarian, and now I'm going to live in your home, right? I'm going to take your home, and I'm going to wear your fucking face as a mask to scare your kids into following everything I do, right? I want to be that. I can't. And this is psychopathic. I get it. This is like way worse than Dexter. Dexter's sitting going back and going, I have to kill him, but not yet. The time is not yet. Yeah, I have to kill. I also hate how monotone that is. There's no emotion. There's no. Like he'll laugh with Dexter, but he's like, I've just been faking it. He goes, yeah, with his sister Deborah. I've just been faking it. I play bowling because my life is. And it's like, dude, man, you gotta fucking just live a little. It's a silly show. It's a silly show. Everything always leads to Dexter. Everything points to every murder. The Bay Harbor butcher pointed to him, and it was like, well, we got the black guy that was accusing you. We're gonna just get this nigga over here. And it's funny, man. It's funny because everyone essentially is corrupt except that black guy. I got a sneaking hunch on Dexter, but I can't prove it. All right. I got a sneaking hunch that the more we get into AI, something's gonna go wrong. Something where the internet's just gonna break. We're gonna get reset back. They go, the great reset was the pandemic. I don't know. I think we're eventually something like the internet's. I have a feeling, and it's gonna suck because the only proof I have to tell people this is on the internet, right? It's on the internet. Like, I can go, hey, remember when I said? And they go, what? I don't remember, right? And you're like, fuck. I was telling people the internet's it's gonna break. Something's gonna happen. We're doing too much to it, right? The moment one redneck guy transfers his brain into the internet and all the profanity filters are weirdly lifted and it just goes and they got it. And there's some master button, some dude in the shadows going, it's time, shut it down. Shut down the internet. So, right. All that little digital money, all those fake coins, even the investing, stock, everything, it's gonna collapse. And we're gonna go back to exactly what you have. And if you look around and you go, shit, I don't have a lot. I don't have much. Not a lot of shit that I got. It's, you're gonna go, I had all my shit wrapped up in crypto. I put my investment, I put my kids' college fund in Dogecoin, right? You're gonna look around and you're gonna go, fuck, we do really have nothing, right? Nowadays, they say you're gonna own nothing. It's all weird money. It's all weird money. Got a tax free, we got a RSP. These are just letters. They just attach TSFA, TPPA, ABCD, 1, 2, 3. They don't exist. The banks don't exist. They just have, like, it's just like, I try to picture a TFSA, tax-free savings account. And what is the difference essentially other than a whole, okay, I put $100 in that. I put $100 in my regular savings account. And they just sprinkle a couple of coins on top of the tax-free savings account, and they go, it's done, it's outperformed your $100. And you go, so my $100 is the $100 in this regular savings. Well, actually, 0.0. You got half of a penny. So next year you're gonna get another half of a penny, and you'll have 101 cent or 100, not even 101. $100 is 0.01 cent. And your tax-free savings account got, I don't know, 15 cents. So it's performing great right now. We gotta lock you in. Then they come to you and they go, now we could take this $100, right, and we can put it in a mutual account. And you just go, listen, it's all bullshit, man. Do it all yourself. If you really invest, do it yourself. The internet hasn't shut down yet. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. It might not even be. I'm Shakespeare compared to, like, if Shakespeare was like, one day there's gonna be a magical box where it has the world's music on it. Which essentially is your phone, right? Like, you go onto an app and it has all the music that you could ever possibly listen to. But even then, there's still copyrights. Like, each app, YouTube has quite a bit of shit. Spotify has quite a bit of shit. Apple Music has quite a bit. All these music apps, but there's some artists that go, I'm just doing exclusives on this. There's some guys that go, I'm just doing, like, painters that go, I'm only painting in, I'm only doing galleries. And then there's some guys that go, I'm only doing weird bars, right? Like, I'm only performing my shit in an opera house or whatever, right? There's, and artists are so lame, man. I don't know, man. Artists, like, I look at them and I go, you're not human, man. You're like, you think you drink wine and tell yourself it's blood, like you're avant-garde. Ooh, I'm so mysterious. Ooh, I sip out of a chalice, not a wine glass. Good friend, good pal. Hey, Yu-Gi boy. Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh. I just feel as though that if you want to make some money, man, and this is fucking, it sucks because the only way to do it, you want to keep your money, take 10% of whatever you make in a month or every week or a day. If you're drug dealing, you make $100 or $200 every day. Take that $100-$200, take 20 off the top, put it in an account. At the end of the month, you start buying stocks, right? At the end of the month, you look at the stocks, you go, okay, Google, you start with the Magnificent Seven, I think it is. It's Google, Microsoft, Meta. They had Tesla, but Tesla kind of fell. But, like, think of a company. Even American Eagle isn't that. Listen, not to be a Nazi, but I'm gonna bring up American Eagle. I watched that. I didn't get it. I go, this bitch looks like a fish. Y'all are arguing about the wrong thing. She's got great genes. I don't think she does. This bitch looks weird. She looks like bug-eyed. Like, remember there's Ted, I think, 2? Because they couldn't get Mila Kunis. She was busy. She was, she didn't want to pretend to love Mark Wahlberg because Mark Wahlberg's kind of weird. He's a weirdo, right? He'll see Mark Wahlberg on Instagram at 3 a.m. in the gym. He goes, time to, I just love God. Time to hustle. He go, are you a really human being, buddy? Are you Mark Wahlberg? I look at Mark Wahlberg as a racist, like Dokes looks at Dexter. I go, there's something off about this guy. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't seem like when he was with Two Guns, when he was with Denzel Washington, one of the great. He's worked with some of the greatest actors. He worked with Andre 3000. But you go, there's something that just bothers me. Like these, like, don't get too close to me, boy. And you just go, what the fuck does that mean? No, call all my boys boys. Hey, Chad, over here, boy. Hey, boy. And you just look at him like, I'm on to you, bud. Yeah, I'm gonna play that music. Right? I'm on to you. I'm on to Mark Wahlberg. There's something suspicious about him. You know, I think he admitted to, or he was talking about like how back in his past he went around and beat black dudes up or whatever with his boys. Even, dude, the weirdest thing was even what's his name? The guy from Taken. I don't know. What's the guy's name? He's old. Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson was like, yeah, unprompted, by the way. He's like, I just feel was bad. I was real racist back in the day. I heard that, a black guy went and raped, a good friend of mine. So I just, picked up a bat, started searching the neighborhood for any black guy I'd see. And you go, holy shit, man. Like, Jesus Christ. That's so unprompted. That's some of the worst shit you can say. Because here's the thing. I get being that angry, right? We all been there. But to just go, like, imagine getting into a fight with, like, an Asian person and then going, like, I can't wait to fuck up an Asian guy. I go, no, that guy that happened to be Asian fucked with me. I don't like him. That guy, that one black guy, I don't like him, right? I don't like him, right? You gotta isolate. You gotta go, hey, like, that person was a person that happened to be of this ethnicity. I don't like him, right? I go, I watch fucking, Jackie Chan. I go, good Asian guy. Great. Me. Oh, so good. Asian. I don't know if he's Chinese or whatever. I like Naragi from that guy. He seems like such a nice guy in human form, his reality. But in Naragi, he played a great psychopath. It was really great. But it was also like a psychopath, like, I don't want to get my hands dirty. It was great. Naragi. He's Japanese. Like him. Love them. But there's some Asians that you look and you go, you disgust me. You want to pick them up and you go, you fucking disgust me. Some white people that you go, wow, I like this white. But Mark Wahlberg, I go, like, something off about you, bud. Something doesn't hit correct. Tom Cruise, too. Tom Cruise, great, brilliant movie star. Put that aside. Something's off with that Scientology bullshit, bro. And when you're doing jumping on Oprah's couch, bro, was fucked. Bro, that was mad ignorant for a white guy. That's some nigga shit. People go, oh, fuck yo couch. Dave Chappelle, fuck yo couch. It's hilarious. Rick James is such a goof. These niggas are crazy. But no one brings up Tom Cruise. Fucking up Oprah. I was sitting back going like, yo, he's fucking up her couch, bro. I was sitting back like, yo, as if this white nigga has to come by and fuck up Oprah's couch, bro. And then let's just be real, bro. Let's keep it a buck. Reverse the roles. If Oprah came and started jumping on Tom Cruise's couch and he would have called the police on some real shit. On some real shit, bro. That's what I mean, man. It's like, what the hecky? What the hecky? Kids Bop version of what the helly. What the hecky? I just think I think we've progressed. You know, yeah, as soon as I think we've progressed, I look and we take 2 steps back. But also, there's a robot carrying, like, whatever that, I think it's Dionys in the boulder. Whatever the boulder guy is, he's got a big boulder and he's going up an infinite hill. It's genius that we have a fucking robot now to just help us roll up that hill. Right? Now, I don't know what this means. We're getting up that hill really fast, and there's going to be a point where we are all on that boulder and the robot is pushing that boulder up that hill. Again, and it's going really fast. And then, you know, maybe some people are going to fly off that boulder, right? But there's going to be a lot of rich guys on that boulder with their feet up on an island somewhere fucking your children. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.